Hey guys, NanMan here, and we are in Magic Online right now. And as you can see, this is the Just for Fun queues. We're gonna try to do a little bit of casting up today. So, if you're in Magic Online, it's very, very easy, very simple. As you can see, it's got all the queues set up for constructed, standard, modern, whatever you want to do. So we're just gonna jump in and observe some of the standard matches. Because what's cool about how things work out is a lot of the matches that we see in the Just for Fun use different decks than what we're used to seeing in the tournament scene. It's not just Jund versus Jund or the American style of play. Oh, looks like two-headed giant. That's always a fun one. Let's see. Here's the standard match. Let's try to jump into this one here. So it is just starting up. Let me see. What are the players' names here for this one? Monkey 420 and Yotuo, or some variation of that. So, Selesnya, Guildgate, Swamp coming out. Evolving Wilds jumping out right at the beginning here. So, should be cool to see how things work out. Again, it's fun to be able to watch different variations of decks people are running. And yeah, as we can see, since I have the chat minimized, some hellos come out. It also will tell you exactly what players play if you have the list thrown out, but we don't need that. And ooh, Absence Pilgrim's coming out here. Bubbling Cauldron, Tragic Slip, very, very nice. I love the Bubbling Cauldron combos that have started to come out, with the Bogbrew Witch, with the Festering Newt here, and Voice is coming out right away here. Very, very nice. So looking more Naya-oriented style, this green-white with Voice. Voice is a super powerful card. When it dies or when your opponent casts a spell during your turn, you get to put a token onto the battlefield that's power and toughness are equal to the number of creatures you control. So it's definitely a really tough position to be in. But Trading Posts come out, so yeah, he's basically using ways to help him gain life, delay things. I wouldn't be surprised if he's got the Sanguine Bonds or anything like that. Whenever you gain life, target opponent loses that much life. There's other variations with the gaining life kind of thing, so we're gonna have to see how things work out. What sort of creatures he's gonna start comboing with this. Yeah, Dark Prophecy coming out. So, going for this combo style of play, whenever a creature you control dies, you get a draw a card, lose one life, but that's perfectly fine because it works super well with the Bubbling Cauldron. You sacrifice a creature and you gain 4 life. But Centaur Healer are going to come out, gain 3 life when it enters the battlefield. But again, it's just another creature there, 3/3, not too bad. And he is going to be opting for the Goat Wall here. So one of the ways that Trading Post is so awesome is it's got 4 abilities on it. One of you pay 1 colorless, tap it, pay life, and put a 0/1 white goat creature token onto the battlefield. He can choose to block with the Voice, sack it with the Bubbling Cauldron. When that happens, he gets to draw a card, and take no damage from that, gains life out of it. So, clever combos, Monkey says. Yeah. Here's the Doom Traveler coming out, but which, works phenomenally well with his combo he's got. When Doom Traveler dies, put a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying onto the battlefield. So he's just a wall that gets comboed out. And ooh, Scavenging Ooze coming out here. Again, going for that Naya style of play. We'll be able to start eating cards and creatures from the graveyard. Gives it +1/+1 counters on it. Also, you gain life out of it. But we do see the double attack coming out. Opting for the block. Yotuo, or however you're saying, Yotuo, some variation of that. Yo here said he messed up his combo. It sucks, but so we do see Doom Traveler gets the sack. We'll see the spirit, but immediately gets eaten as soon as it hits the graveyard by Scavenging Ooze. So, but look at the life now. I mean, it's pretty much even, 24-25. Even though he doesn't really have much board presence right now, Yo's kind of getting his combo set up. And here we go, Angelica Core. Now things are really lining up. 4/4. gets added to the battlefield whenever he gains 4 or more life this turn. So all he has to do, discard a card, gain 4 life. Looks like he will. There's the Orzhov Guildgate, doesn't need it. So boom, life goes up. End of the turn, gets a 4/4 Angel. So the combo's starting to get put into motion here. Now, the Scavenging Ooze could get rid of the Avacyn Pilgrim if you wanted to. You know, gobble that up. But opting right now, tapping 5 mana. Going to throw down some of his big guys. And looks like, Rock's Faithmender here is pretty sweet. He's got lifelink. If you would gain life, you gain twice that much life, which is a pretty awesome card. I feel like this is much more in-home in Yo's deck here, but that's alright. Okay. Creature tokens you control get +1/+1 and have vigilance. And with most of his stuff being creature token, that works out pretty well. So you can just swing in actually for 6 flying now and actually put some threats on the board, do some damage. They don't tap because he's got vigilance, and then he can start the sacking, gaining the life with the Bubbling Cauldron, drawing cards, and gets to get a 4/4 Angel. So really, really nice setup here. And so the clock is now ticking. I mean, 17 life to 32. You've got to be able to do something to stop basically the Cauldron style of play. Ooh, interesting. I don't really see this very much anymore. So Chalice of Life, Chalice of Death, tap it, you gain 1 life. Then if you have at least 10 life more than your starting life total, transform it. Transforms. Target opponent loses 5 life. So it's going to be tough to get him up to that. I mean, he does have the Rock's Faithmender, so that is one way to start helping out, you know, gaining double life. But he's not really able to get in there and do much damage right now. So he's going to have to rely on Scavenging Ooze. I'm surprised he hasn't gobbled up his Pilgrim yet. I mean, there's no other creatures in there right now, so it's tough. But, you know, swinging in again for 8 this turn. And now he can start doing the sack engine again. Boom, boom. Sacking, drawing cards, gain life, get another Angel. It's going to be very, very tough here for our Naya player. He's got some great stuff. I mean, Voice, great card. Scavenging Ooze, great card. But he can't get past. And, ooh, exile all creatures. Pops the Merciless Eviction. So, yeah, that, you know, Scavenging Ooze decides to eat up the graveyard there. Just to basically say, I'm going to gain a life out of this. But by doing that, that's, you know, tough for Monkey because he does not get Voice to be able to hit the graveyard, so he doesn't get the token for it. But there's the Angel out, so now we see, ooh, Archangel of Thune. Great response. We finally get some flying here. It is a lifelinker. Now, it says flying lifelink whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. Well, this works out great because he gains life from the Chalice of Life. So now this jumps up to a 4/5. He's not going to be able to attack this turn, and he can't really block the 5/5 Angel. So he is 5/5 because, oh, well, now he's 6/6. And this puts him in a rough spot because he doesn't want to swing in, waste his Angel. His opponent's got the Angel with the token there, so it does not have to tap. It's got the Vigilance. We'll do the sack engine again, get another one, gain some more life, draw cards. So he's in a rough spot. I mean, he keeps gaining life with the Chalice, which he'll be up to, you know, a 5/6 soon, which is great, you know, helping him out. But, oh, he also has the Gavany Township. So pay the 4, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. But he opts for a second Archangel. Wow, this is a great match, actually. We've got the Naya style of play, double Archangel of Thune versus the Bubbling Cauldron life gain sack engine we've got going on here. And he'll be swinging in with a 6/7 with lifelink. And, of course, when you gain lifelink, you put a +1 counter on each creature. So he'll just take it. Says, no problem. I'll take that. Sure. But it buffs everybody up. He's now an 8/9. The other one's at 7/8. And we see a goat comes out just so he can do the sack engine. Or he can start swinging in, you know, start attacking with a bunch of stuff. Most likely, he'll just sack the goat. And, oh, yep, okay. Putting the spirits, I like this. Midnight Haunting. 2/1/1. spirit creature with flying. So these guys are just going to be used for blockers. And now he can sack the goat, get another 4/4. And now he's got a good wall set up. It's just a delay wall right now. You know, he's not able to swing in against the Archangel or either Archangel, you know. And he's got to be careful because even when Archangel gets blocked, he still gains life because of the lifelink. Not to mention the Chalice is going to be helping out here. So let's see. Tapping the 3. Centaur Healer, gain 3 life. I really like this style of play. So it is kind of, you look at it, oh, it's sort of Naya, but they're both really life gain heavy style of play. Like the combos that Monkey's got set up is really cool to interact with his Archangels. Like we saw, he had the Rock's Faith Mender. Ooh, a Johnny. So we see our first Planeswalker. It's +1, put a +1/+1 counter on up to 1 target creature. So he can start buffing up more of his Archangels. You know, his -3 is actually pretty sweet, you know, giving the double strike. So we'll see. Swinging in for 13. Oh, he actually opted for the double strike here, not going for the +1. So 14, 15, double striking in there. And that drops you down to 8 life. Ooh. The Monkeys just smiles about it. And now this is like, okay, the clock has turned. Like we thought, okay, you know, things were looking rough there for a bit. Merciless Eviction really put some problems on, and now we're just going to see the swings in. Archangel's only able to block 1, but the problem was that double strike gained Monkey up to 43 life now, and now Challenge can flip. Because as long as you have at least 10 life more than your starting life total, you get the Chalice of Death. So, well, let's see. More Spirit tokens coming out. Lingering Souls. He can flash that back, but we'll see. We'll be seeing some more sack engines. No. I wouldn't mind him flashing it back and then going for the sack engine, but he can always go for the goat. Pay 1 life, get a goat, sack it, gain the 4 life, draw the cards, get the angel. But yeah, no, he goes for the option 2, flash it back, and then he gets another angel out there. So he's got lots of angels. You know, 18, 19, 17, 18. Let's see there. He's going to opt for this is just plain silly, says Yo. +1/+1 counter comes out on Archangel, bringing a Johnny up to 2. I'm surprised this hasn't been transformed. And oh, okay. That was pretty cool. What he did is the new legendary rule comes out. If you play a Planeswalker, the same name kind of thing, they don't kill each other. So if you both people can have 1 Planeswalker of the same guy or 1 legendary creature of the same guy. And now this time he sent out the same one on his side of the field, and you get to just decide which one you want to sack. So he's like, well, my other one only had 1 or 2 loyalty. This one would start with 4. So I'm going to sack the one with 2 and be able to jump out, get him, give him double strike. And then we do see swinging in, gave him double strike. He's a 20-21. We'll start life linking it up, and Sackin's going to come down. We see Bubbling Cauldron, Sackin going on, but this is a tough one. 64 life. So even though it's a life gain battle going on here between Yo and Monkey, it's looking much more in Monkey's favor because he's got both the Archangels, and we already saw the Merciless Eviction get used. I don't know if he's got any other board wipes in here. So we're going to have to wait and see. Oh yeah, he's now up to 17-17 because of all the Archangels. They add the +1 counter to every creature you control, not just themselves. So that's why they are phenomenal cards from M14. But let's see. Yo saying this is just spiraling out of control. I have to go to work soon, so this turn might just decide it, and I might have to concede. He said, "Oh, that sucks," but let's see what happens. Let us see. We see another Angel Accord, so he'll be able to get 2 Angels. Boom, boom. Yeah, I mean, there's really not much that Yo can do in this situation other than just stall out and wait. Like, he's doing a good job getting more and more Angels, more and more spirits to just delay. But it is a tough one. Now he got the Chalice of Death. Okay, now he transformed it. Now he can start doing the 5 life every turn. So even if he blocks all this stuff, he's got to be careful against the Chalice of Death. So now we see the swinging in, boom, boom, boom. Swinging in with pretty much everything. Alphaing in with what he can. And one of the guys can get blocked by Archangel of Thune here. Whichever one gets blocked, he can easily just sack it with the Cauldron. So it's like... Yeah, so he's going to block this Angel. Sack goes down. Boom, boom. Double 4/4 Angels get added in. So you can see triggers. But still, 24-25, 24-25, and a 19-19. This is a crazy game. And Sack Engine getting used again. Cool foil swamp. Drawing cards. Getting Angels. Gaining life. Yep. That is it. Defeat. So that was it. Sadly, he mentioned how it was spiraling out of control there. But really awesome match to see. Things started out, it was looking very Naya oriented from Monkey. Having the Avacyn's in there, having the voice, looking pretty standard. And then things started to take shape with some of the other cards he threw in. Scavenging is still pretty normal to see, but seeing a lot more Centaur healers, it's not as common to see in the Naya stuff. So you're like, okay, maybe he's just putting it in there for other purposes, just filler for now while he's getting the rest of his cards. But then we started to see, no, life gain is actually one of the main purposes of his deck. He threw down the Rock's Faith Mender. You gain twice as much life there. We didn't get to finish talking about that match. But really cool stack engine that we saw from Yo. I really enjoyed that match. That's what's so cool about the Magic Online standard stuff, is you just go for the just for fun stuff, play in it, or just watch, because guaranteed you're going to see some exciting games. That was a really exciting life gain battle. Sack Engine going down for one of our players. Double Archangel of Thune. So really cool. But I hope you guys have been enjoying the cast. I'm going to try to do a little bit more of Magic Online casting, or just Magic the Gathering casting in general. I do have my standard deck set up, so I'm going to be streaming more just standard play on my Twitch. Of course, you can see all that stuff down below in the right-hand corner there. I'll be doing some more drafting. If you guys haven't seen it, I've been doing that all live. This Magic stuff is all thrown up on Twitch or youtube.com/NanManGames. All StarCraft stuff is, of course, at YouTube/NanMan. So thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching this crazy life game battle here. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you'll tune in for next game.